The road to Last Resort 3 continues as we are live tonight from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This is Frank Dog, joined alongside the Intercontinental Champion Ochazax, and man, Ochazax, Stone Cold could be very vulnerable come Last Resort.
Yes, he could, ladies and gentlemen. As we saw in the last Raw, Kane won a 6-man over-the-top rope battle royal to become the #1 contender to Stone Cold's WEDF Championship. And right now, Stone Cold is set to come out here tonight to introduce the new look of the WEDF Championship.
That's right. Stone Cold promised a new look. It's time for the old to go and in with the new.
All right.
Oh, man. Look at this.
Now look at that. Look at that title, Frank Dog. You see how beautiful that looks? That's professional. That is the legit World Championship, ladies and gentlemen. That right there signifies champions. That. Great choice, Austin. Great choice.
That shows what the champion is all about. Stone Cold, the WEDF champion. But he might not hold that championship for long, as Kane just literally dominated that Battle Royal last week. And
that's right.
Stare down. Maybe there's doubt in Austin.
That's right. Maybe so. You know, maybe Austin might regret having to face Kane, but I don't think the Texas Rattlesnake has any sign of fear. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, Austin can't think about that new championship as nice as it looks. He can't be thinking about that. Kane has to be the #1 priority right here and right now. That's
right. You cannot overlook your #1 contender, especially if you're a champion. Stone Cold, he went out Lashing Back, taking on taking on all comers there.
Wait, Frank Dog. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! I must say, I'm gaining so much respect here for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He's been wanting to do that for years.
He had that chance many years ago, but Vince McMahon took it away from him.
Man, he's like a kid in a candy store with that thing, though. But right now, see him, look at that. Listen to it. Getting right down to business and showing no fear. Calling out the big red monster to the middle of the ring.
And Kane, the former world champion, oh man, here he comes. Here comes the #1 contender, Kane. I must say, Kane, he has lit a fire under him after that Battle Royal performance. To just return and wreak havoc. Showing the Kane of old, it looks like.
Absolutely. The Kane of old, as Frank Dog is talking about, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you unfamiliar with Kane, this man was a killer. This man has beat...
excuse me to interrupt, but Kane, I believe, was the one to take the title from Stone Cold.
Yes, he was, although with a little help from Undertaker. But yes, Kane did take the WWF Championship from Stone Cold Steve Austin all those years ago. But nonetheless, Frank Dog, I have to think here. For those of you who don't know the Kane of old, this man, right here, this is the man who has defeated the likes of the man they call Vader. This man was once able to stand on equal ground with his brother, The Undertaker.
It took 3 tombstones to put Kane away. The first WrestleMania encounter.
Absolutely, and really it's proven Kane is just a dominant monster.
And Stone Cold's realizing it right now.
See, Austin, again, showing no fear. Not afraid of a challenge, not going to back down from a fight in front of him. Whoa!
Oh.
I do remember that.
It made me question, did Kane still have it? Especially losing to the up-and-comer Bobby Lashley.
Brother?
What?
Aren't they not brothers, though?
I don't think they are.
Mutual bond of respect then, mayhaps? Nonetheless.
I mean, remember James Mitchell was found out for killed his face.
I have never seen Kane this confident in his ability before.
This could be very troublesome, like I said, about Stone Cold retaining at last resort, especially with a motivated monster in Kane, who could very well be unstoppable.
Whoa, Frank! With all due respect, I got this.
What's the GM got in mind?
Whoa. Hold on, Austin, Kane. Now. I really hate to be a Buzz Killington here, fellas, but we have a message from the anonymous Raw General Manager, so I kind of have to do my job here. But anyway, he says, Austin, Kane, relax. Save that energy for last resort when you two will be in the co-main event for the WEDF Championship. However, since you two seem ready to go tonight, I think it's only fitting that you two take part in some in-ring action. However, there is a twist. Tonight, you two will find an opponent for your opponent to face. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Kane will take part in a Pick Your Poison special.
Oh!
Choose wisely, gentlemen, and good luck.
Oh my goodness, a Pick Your Poison! That means Kane and Austin will get to choose opponents for each other, so who knows what could happen? The anonymous Raw General Manager has struck again, and this is huge. This could very well weaken either of these opponents, depending on the opponent they choose.
The possibilities are endless.
I mean, it could be anyone from the roster.
And either way, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it straight from the horse's mouth. These men, the WEDF champion and the #1 contender, will be live and in action here tonight in Baton Rouge.
It's going to be huge. There's no telling what can happen. All hell could break loose.
Those two men, as confident as ever, I think they have the ability to get through both their opponents no matter who they are. But up next, ladies and gentlemen, we saw this last week. Samoa Joe challenged John Bradshaw Layfield. We're going to see the match happen here tonight. The Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, will encounter JBL one-on-one.
Samoa Joe has been waiting weeks for this match to happen.
This all started weeks ago when JBL attacked Samoa Joe. No rhyme, no reason. Shows up the next week, dressed up in the stupidest American flag t-shirt I have ever seen. Although I have to applaud him for his patriotism, sort of. As misguided, as ridiculous and stupid as it sounded, he apparently attacked Samoa Joe because he's trying to rid America of them illegal aliens. And Joe, last week, as we saw, he said, cut the bullshit. This isn't about who I am, where I came from. This is about a problem between me and you. Let's step in the ring. Let's settle it like men.
And Joe is one who doesn't really care about where you are, where you're from. He just wants to fight. And here comes JBL. And JBL is in a suit.
What?
I had a sneaky feeling JBL had something up his sleeve. You know what JBL is capable of. He's done this in the past.
Well, I mean, right now, JBL looks like he's fighting in a suit. Looks like he left his gear. What?
What?
Huh? Joe ain't happy about that.
Oh my goodness. The former ECCW champion, the personification of domination, Ezekiel Jackson, and JBL couldn't have picked a better opponent. And this man right here stands strength for strength against Samoa Joe. Maybe he could even overpower Samoa Joe.
JBL, I now see what the point is here of what JBL is doing. He doesn't want to face Joe one-on-one. He wants to punish Joe. He wants to take out Joe so he never has to deal with him again. Seems like JBL has made a backroom deal and has claimed he was injured. And now look at this. He's calling in Ezekiel Jackson, the man who has devastating power and stood toe-to-toe with Kane last week in the main event. The man who took former WEDF champion John Morrison to his very limits.
I mean, he even, alongside CM Punk, beat Rock and Sock last year.
Still, Ezekiel Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, a very tough opponent for Samoa Joe nonetheless.
And this could be very bad for Joe. This winning streak Joe's been on could end tonight.
It could, and especially
with JBL at ringside.
Oh yes, JBL could definitely be the game. Oh!
Joe having none of it, and the numbers getting too much. Samoa Joe just ran into a huge spine busting. Look at Ezekiel Jackson with those jabs. Ezekiel Jackson on ECCW wreaked havoc. He was the ECCW champion, dominated everyone, even went toe-to-toe with the world's strongest monster, Mark Henry.
Absolutely, and we talk about back injury. JBL just automatically stood up after that big boot. Back injury, my ass.
Maybe you can question, why is JBL doing this? Do you think he's kind of afraid of Ezekiel Jackson? You know, whenever I was in the ring, you should have played my mind games, but I stood toe-to-toe with Stone Cold and took a stunner. So, what's JBL here?
I think with JBL, it's just simple. You know, he sees some Punk and Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe calls him out, and JBL's like, why do I have to face him? He's beneath me. He is un-American trash. I don't have to put up with this.
He started the fight. And Joe has the fight to respond.
He did, and I'm not saying I will defend JBL, but I'm guessing I kind of have to see where his motivation comes from. But Joe! Oh my goodness! Do not be deceived, ladies and gentlemen. You just saw what you just saw. That is a near 300-pound man who just did a leg lariat off the top rope as he pinned Zeke. But Zeke gets the shoulder up it too. But the important thing here, despite the fact that JBL is really a coward with a high case of the limber tail, he's
very hard.
Yes, he's very cunning. People knew that. I'm pretty sure some WEDF fans might have seen this coming.
I mean, he played the fans last year when he so-called turned a new leaf. Then all of a sudden hit suspect.
Proved he hadn't really changed at all, but Joe not backing down from the personification of domination one bit, but Zeke has remained even with Samoa Joe. But again, even with that, you know, we talked about it, Samoa Joe's momentum. The man has yet to take a big bullet after WrestleMania 2 in terms of a big loss.
See, Ezekiel Jackson, ever since coming to Raw from ECCW, hasn't really had much success, losing to the likes of John Morrison and many others.
Absolutely, but Ezekiel Jackson has definitely proven on his time with during his time on Raw so far that he is capable of standing in the ring with men who are former world champions.
And that's right. It's just a matter of time until Ezekiel Jackson hits that big victory and continues to move up the ladder. Oh man.